Welcome back to On the Record. We're here at the Enable Partner Summit 2011, and I'm here with Rebecca Walker, who is a sales manager for Axcient. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
So Rebecca, why does a company, well, first of all, let's talk about what you do. So backup.
Backup, DR, and business continuity. So we do a local appliance. We also do off-site for disaster recovery, and we feature a local failover.
So why is that so important to an end user?
Well, we're really talking about business continuity rather than focusing on backups. And it's all about how quickly you can get your user back up and running in a scenario where you may have lost, say, a production server.
All right, and so why would you be at Enable? Like, where do you fit into the managed services world?
Yeah, we have an integration with Enable. We're very excited about it. It's really important that we make it easy for our partners to use the Axcient solution, and part of that is being able to monitor the appliances through that Enable interface.
Terrific. How are the partners responding to it?
It's been really excellent. We have a great relationship with Enable and have really enjoyed this event. It's always great seeing our existing partners, but also developing relationships with our new partners.
So, how long has Axcient been around?
Axcient has been around since 2005, and I have been with Axcient for approximately 3 years.
Enjoying it?
I love it, yeah.
Sounds like it. So you were saying before that you enjoy traveling. So we'll just take a little bit of a side note. What's so good about traveling?
Like I said.
Business travel.
Okay.
You know.
I love meeting the partners. It's really fun having spoken with people for perhaps a year sometimes, and you never get the opportunity to meet them. Traveling gives me that opportunity to get out and really get engaged with their businesses. I love to see the places that I'm supporting. I like to also go with them on sales calls and really be down in the trenches and understand a little bit more about how they're using the Axcient solution.
Sounds interesting. So you're a real people person, which is pretty obvious from there. What areas do you cover?
I cover the central U.S. and also Western Canada.
Well, I used to cover most of North America, but spend a lot more time in Eastern Canada. So where's Axcient going, in your opinion?
In my opinion?
Yeah.
Well, Axcient is a premier vendor already, but I think we are definitely headed in the future towards being the primary solution for our MSPs out there.
So is it MSPs where you're really putting your focus?
Yes, we are primarily focused on the MSP and VAR space. We're a channel-only organization.
Whoa, I think you threw that right out of my hand.
I'm excited.
You got excited, and I guess jumped about, and so it works. From people who are not managed service providers yet, do you think they've missed the boat?
No, I don't think that they've missed the boat. We're still seeing lots of people entering the market, and we're seeing a lot that's happening, of course, around consolidation as well. But I think there's still opportunities. A lot of MSPs who are starting out use Axcient as a wedge product and then are able to leverage that into their managed service offerings. So we are still seeing that trend.
Which is great because it gives them a slow intake into it, start feeling it, and then moving on from there.
Axcient can be their first managed service.
And if they're not using a backup service for their customers, what do you think is going to happen to them?
Well, I think they're in big trouble. When you look at the statistics, it shows that best-in-class service providers, and by best-in-class I mean most profitable service providers, are leading with a BDR solution, and it makes up a high percentage of their sales volume. So they are missing the boat if they are not providing that BDR solution.
I would have to agree with you, absolutely. Like, it's amazing how much work they do to take care of, to make sure that their notebook or their server or whatever doesn't go down. But I mean, a server nowadays isn't $600,000 or even $60,000 or even $6,000. It's what, $2,000, $1,500? And they're more worried about that than they are about the data that could be worth millions of dollars in a lot of these companies.
Absolutely, it can be the death of them, quite literally.
Yeah. They call themselves trusted business advisors, but quite frankly, if they're not doing the right things, they could be there and they could be in the face of their customer, they could be the best friend with their customer, but when the company goes under because they forgot to do something,
Absolutely. Well, and it puts your business, if you're an MSP, at risk. If you're not doing it properly, you run the risk of being sued and losing your business. If you have not done it properly and maybe you're able to get it back but not in a timely manner, you risk being fired or worse. So there are a lot of scenarios where not only is it important to protect the end user so that they can remain up and running and continuing to pay for your services, but also it's important to protect your own business as an MSP or VAR.
Absolutely. And so my advice, and you're saying the same thing, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's, if you're not offering managed services right now, you better be. And if you're not doing disaster recovery and all that type of stuff, you better be doing it.
Absolutely. Better focus on getting a BDR solution quickly and getting one that's robust and has the features that you need to support your customers.
Well, it was great having you on the show. Hopefully you'll come back some other time. Bye-bye.